Imagine you're flying at Mach 2, sitting 40,000 feet up in the air. Everything inside the cockpit seems completely calm, but miles away, hidden from view, an enemy surface-to-air missile battery fires. A deadly weapon is now screaming toward you at over Mach 4. At that speed, human reaction time is practically useless. You don't have time to scan the endless sky, and visually, you won't even see it coming until it's too late. So, how does a fighter jet actually survive this? It's not just about having powerful engines or doing crazy maneuvers. It relies on a highly sophisticated network of electronic warfare sensors that act as the jet's instincts, detecting threats long before the pilot ever could. The very first line of defense is the Radar Warning Receiver, or RWR. Think of it as the jet's electronic ears. Before an enemy can even launch a missile, their radar has to paint your aircraft. It floods the sky with invisible, high-frequency radio waves to track your position and get a weapon lock. The RWR is constantly scanning the atmosphere for these specific frequencies. The exact millisecond those waves hit the jet's skin, the RWR instantly analyzes them. It doesn't just tell the pilot someone is looking, it identifies the exact threat. It can differentiate between an enemy MiG fighter jet, a mobile ground battery, or a massive long-range missile system like the Russian S-400. Because it reads the radar lock instantly, the pilot often gets an audio warning in their headset before the missile even leaves the launch rail. But what if a missile gets launched without a traditional radar lock? That's where the Missile Approach Warning System, or MAWS, takes over. Instead of listening for radio waves, MAWS uses optical sensors to literally watch the sky in 360 degrees. When a missile launches, its rocket motor burns incredibly hot, creating an intense spike in ultraviolet and infrared light. Even in broad daylight or pitch-black night, these sensors spot that unique thermal ignition signature within milliseconds. The onboard computer instantly calculates the incoming trajectory and flashes a critical directive on the pilot's heads-up display, essentially shouting, "Missile, 3 o'clock, brake right." To complement this, modern jets also deploy infrared search and track, or IRST. Traditional radar is like shining a flashlight in a dark room. It helps you see, but it also reveals your exact position. IRST is entirely passive. It doesn't transmit anything. It just silently watches. Every object in the sky generates friction and heat, especially a missile traveling at thousands of miles per hour. IRST can spot these heat signatures from massive distances without giving away the fighter jet's location. This is the ultimate tool against stealth aircraft. An enemy jet might be shaped to deflect radar waves, but physics dictates it cannot hide the heat pouring out of its engines. When a missile enters the terminal phase, meaning it is just seconds away from impact, the jet's automatic countermeasure systems take full control. If the incoming threat is a heat-seeking missile, it is actively steering toward the hottest thing it can find, which is usually the jet's massive engine exhaust. To counter this, the aircraft ejects a sequence of flares. These are small magnesium pellets that ignite instantly upon release, burning significantly hotter than the jet's actual engines. To the missile's seeker head, those bright flares suddenly look like a much bigger, juicier target. The missile gets confused, tracks the flare, and detonates harmlessly in midair. If the threat is a radar-guided missile, the jet releases chaff. The aircraft ejects canisters that burst into a massive cloud of millions of microscopic aluminum or glass fibers. This metallic cloud acts like a giant mirror, reflecting the enemy's radar signals. To the missile's tracking system, the small fighter jet suddenly looks like a target the size of a cruise liner. The missile locks onto the fake reflection, flying straight into the cloud while the real jet slips away. While these automated systems are firing, the pilot has to perform violent, high-G evasive maneuvers. They will pull the stick back, diving and twisting the aircraft to bleed the missile's kinetic energy. During these breaks, pilots endure up to 9 Gs of force. To put that into perspective, 9 Gs makes a pilot's own body feel 9 times heavier. A human head suddenly feels like it weighs 100 pounds, making it incredibly difficult to even breathe or keep blood flowing to the brain.